Well, hello everyone. Welcome to week 5, more than halfway through the class now. We got quite a bit going this week. I hope you all enjoyed your spring break. Hope the midterm wasn't too crucial. Um, so let's get started for what we have to do this week. No quiz this week at least, but we do have our discussion and we do have our writing assignment, our second writing assignment due this week. So let's get right to it. As far as our discussion, we're going to be talking about chapters 7 and 8, the selection, training, education of personnel, particularly police officers, law enforcement officers, and then chapter 8, socialization, advancement, and professionalism. Chapter 7 is kind of going to be our focus during the discussion part anyway. During our hiring processes, there's various different processes, various different steps, a very rigorous background investigation, a very rigorous physical training regimen, at least for most agencies in the Northeast Florida, Southeast Georgia region. With that being said, I want you to research a case where an officer's lack of training and education led to a lawsuit or led to an injury or death of another because of their actions. I want you to analyze the case, what could have been done different, what could have been done to avoid the situation. Use outside sources, obviously, to support your opinions there. I don't want to get into the habit of Monday morning quarterbacking other officers and their decisions. That's one thing that I teach against, actually, is Monday morning quarterbacking officers who have to make split-second decisions. But if there were some obvious neglect involved, there can be no denying. There can be no turning away from learning from their actions. So. One obvious example, many of you who are in law enforcement have heard of this. Most of your law enforcement agencies around the United States use what's called the San Jose model when it comes to field training. It's typically a 12 to 16 week regimen of 4-phase training. Some of it varies depending on the agency, but for the most part, that is the model. San Jose model came from a police officer who was not properly trained. The San Jose model of field training has been tried and true in court, and it's been proven, which is why it's widely adopted through law enforcement agencies throughout the United States. So that's an example of kind of what we're talking about. I want to get your feel for how you think the training is for law enforcement. So it's a very interesting topic. It's one I'm big on. I've spent most of my career as a law enforcement trainer. It's something I'm passionate about. So I'd like to get your spill on it as well. And with that being said, we're going to get into police subculture as far as our writing assignment. But before I go there, let me go back to discussions real quick. Be sure to post at least 3 follow-up posts or responses rather to other students. Any follow-up posts or discussions that may be posted, those need to be answered too. I'm not sure if we're going to have one this week or not. So, police subculture. That's our writing assignment. Please pay very close attention to the assignment. And please check out APA formatting. That's the biggest issue when it comes to writing papers. Okay, so define the concept of police subculture. Not only give the textbook definition. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. I get it. You can read a textbook, but what is based on that definition? What is your thoughts on it? Your interpretation of that definition? What are the positive and negative aspects of it? What can be done to reduce those negative aspects of police subculture? Okay, so that's your writing assignment for this week. Don't forget 500 words, double space, 12-point font, title page, abstract, and reference page, all APA, all APA standards. So I'm looking forward, especially to the discussions. I want to see what you guys have to say about that. So, don't forget, as always, if you have any questions, you can certainly email me at prphelan@fscj.edu. I hope that you guys have a great week.